everybody. It is Thursday night, and it's time for everyone's other favorite Thursday night show, After the Roll. I am your host, Clan Diesel, and with me, the cast, most of the cast of Not Actually Heroes. How's everybody doing?
Hello.
I'm not
So-
sending one more thing. No.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
But he's fucking cute.
So it's been a while since we've got together and discussed. So, everybody, I will give you the chance to reintroduce yourselves in case people have forgotten who we are and what we do. So, Diz, you're the DM. Go ahead and introduce yourself, sir, as you are important.
Hi,
Also,
I'm Diz.
chat, before we start, I want to say this. I want to say this.
Man.
He also has a power thing because I set up a Zoom call and he's like, "No, get that shit out of here. We don't use your fucking Zoom, pal. It's my Zoom or nothing." Yeah, fat fuck. And I was like, "Whoa, Diz, calm down." And he's like, "No, get your Zoom the fuck out of here." So that's what we did, and now we're on his Zoom. Okay, yes, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Diz. I am the DM of Not Actually Heroes. I apparently have a power trip.
Yes.
Good intro. Good intro.
Buck backed me up on that. And Buck, since you backed me up on this, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Which person?
You can introduce both.
I mean, I've played 4.
Who are you, Buck, and who do you play in Not Actually Heroes Cataclysm?
Oh, and Cataclysm.
Run
I'm the
now.
asshole of Cataclysm. JD, single barrel. I tend to come across as probably the most angriest thing that anybody in the party's ever met.
Mhm.
But I don't kill anybody unless I have to.
So far.
But I've also played a sheriff of a town.
That's true.
I've also played a very helping elf arcane archer. So the party thought till I killed him as JD.
There you go. And remember, he also played a doctor on St. Elsewhere. So,
I
next we will move to Lady Chaotic because she rated us.
What's up? I'm Lady K. I play Adara. And she is a tabaxi wizard. And she's kind of like a little gypsy. She's cool. She's very neat, but very proper. She comes from a very proper place and used to work with a king. So she's awesome. She's cool.
She also hates JD, by the way, chat.
Yep. She may kill JD.
That's true.
She can
We'll
try.
get into that in a minute. All right. And also, Lady K's link to her Twitch is in the chat. So please go and follow her after we finish the show. Don't do it right now. We'll get angry. Those numbers drop. We ride. All right. And also, thank you, Matt Smith FTL, for your sub. We love it when people subificate to the channel. All right. Speaking of people who subbed, Ellen, you want to introduce yourself and your character?
What is up, guys? It's Ellen. I play a changeling swashbuckler rogue. So she's a sassy ass pirate who can disappear and turn into someone else very quickly.
So it's like if John Cena and Jack Sparrow had a baby, you are that baby.
I would more say, let's say I've been on an X-Men kick lately, so we're gonna say Jack Sparrow plus Mystique.
There you go. Hey, nothing wrong with an X-Men kick.
Nah,
like
it's been
those.
fun.
Exactly.
More.
All right. And last but certainly not the least, the newest member of this cavalcade of craziness. You know him as Timmy Turbo. We know him as Animated Boob Chick 331 on the Crunchyroll forums.
Oh,
Timmy,
Dad.
introduce yourself and your character.
Hello, everybody. My name is Timmy Turbo, and as you can see, I play a wondrous half elf named Kaylin. She is a half elf barbarian. She is the newest party member to the group, and little fun fact about her. Apparently, she's very easy on the eyes to some people in the party and some shopkeepers around town.
That is true.
Everyone.
I don't know what you're talking about, Tim.
Everyone.
Also,
I didn't
second
give no
fun
name.
fact: the party recruited Kaylin coming out of the bathroom at a
That's
temple.
true.
Mm-hmm.
And
Kaylin hates church.
we love Timmy. We love Kaylin. It's fun, ha ha time every time that we're playing. So be sure to tune in on Saturdays at 8 p.m. for Not Actually Heroes Cataclysm right here on twitch.tv/Nerdicopia Network. And if it's a Saturday that we're not playing Not Actually Heroes Cataclysm, it's because we're busy playing in Double Out Bucks campaign, Edar Realm of Dragons. You can go watch that on twitch.tv/Double Out Buck. How'd you like that? Was that good? Did you guys like that? See how I worked it
I
out?
liked
It
it.
was so fancy. I'm so
Boom.
proud.
So well put together.
Smooth
Smooth.
operator. And chat, you may realize and say, hey, Clan Diesel, you look rough as shit. and you're right. I didn't have time to shave before I got put on this call. And so you know what? If you can't handle me at my worst, you can't take me at my best. Also, if anybody ever sees me at my best, please let me know. I need a visual.
Wait, was
reference.
best the day that your head was ultra shiny because it was nice and fresh and clean? Was that the best?
Your
Maybe,
head was
or was
ultra
it the day that
shiny.
I had no eyebrows,
Was I
or the
there
day I
that
turned
day?
green?
I
No,
was not
Jury's
there
still
that
out.
You were
day.
not
We don't
there.
know. Okay,
Was not there for
Lime
that.
on Clan Diesel was not that day. All right, so
I
This
just
is after the
posted in
roll.
chat your best moment.
oh, when I was Tifa, I agree.
Oh
Say
my
what you want
gosh.
to. Thousands of people go to cons and dress as Tifa, and they do good. But I think no one pulls it off with the certain je ne sais quoi that I do.
Je ne sais quoi.
Yep. And I think that je ne sais quoi is a goatee and wedding tackle. So there you go. I think Lady just threw up in her mouth.
I didn't know.
Okay, so tonight is After the Roll, where we talk about D&D and apparently other things for at least 15 minutes before we start the show. So a lot has happened, mainly time since the last time we were here. So Diz, since you're the DM, you are the weaver of this story.
Mhm.
Would you like to give a Cliff Notes version of what the fuck is going on?
Up until this point,
Well, you can do either up to this point. Yeah, let's go far. Let's go up to this point.
all right. So I'll do as quickly as I can. Okay, they started out in Baldur's Gate. There was 8 of them, I think, total, and they worked for an adventuring guild. They went on a mission, and one of the characters in the party was a shapeshifter, a changeling, and finally let the party know that at that moment. They save this girl from a facility, ends up looking the same as the changeling. So questions are abound. Pretty sure JD pulled a gun out on somebody. We had a vampire in the party for a while. All right, fast forward. The party gets a mission to go north and look for a missing general. Since then, I don't know if the party has actually looked for the general that much, but they've had fun. To be honest, I'm having trouble remembering where they went from there. You guys went north to Daggerford. Yeah, Daggerford. And in Daggerford, they got into some misadventures with the.
Well, I'm the sheriff.
Yes, the sheriff. They got in some misadventures with the Duke of that city, and they helped a renegade guild of like mercenaries like try to kidnap the Duke, and ends up they thought he was a demon. He turned out not to be a demon. So then they had to then break that same guy out that got arrested for trying to get the Duke. They end up at his camp. Along the way, we pick up, at this point, I think we end up picking up Lady K and Ellen at some point there in Daggerford. Yep. So
I got picked up
we,
during the prison break.
we've lost some people, we've gained some people. Then they go to what is the ruins of Waterdeep and to a town called Foxhole. And in Foxhole, they end up with several little misadventures there, one of which they go see the mayor of Waterdeep ends up being a very large beholder. Before that happens, I think we pick up Kaylin before or after that.
We picked up Kaylin as we went down into the temple after we saw
As I
her.
went down. Right. So on the way back, they get a quest to go down into the temple that's in the little small town. There's some weird things going on. We pick up Kaylin there coming out of the bathroom. They go down into the temple. Lady's character Adara almost dies of exhaustion down there as they're fighting
I'm never
plant
going
people.
back. Never.
I would
Somehow
like to
with
apologize now for what happened under the temple.
Clint's fault.
Somehow with exhaustion and being blinded, she's able to cast teleportation circle in combat, never seen before ever. On a random roll of the dice, they end up exactly where they needed to go in El Turo. While they've been in El Turo, I think you guys have just been gathering information.
Lots.
Fun fact: Ellen's character had went off on a little side adventure there to find out some information from a little pirate town in Waterdeep there, while the others were fighting plants. And because of one of the other party members, Stanasi, her and who was with you?
It was me and Stanasi.
You and Stanasi got
And Mal.
teleported there. And
Exar got left.
Malnox's character, the vampire Exar, got left in the pirate town. He has no idea where anybody is at this point. So, but the party right now is El Turo. They have been 3 of the party members, the females in the party, have been invited as guests to a royal ball type event in 3 days' time. 2 of the party members are missing now. Supposedly they're in jail there in El Turo for acting suspicious. Have I left anything out?
I believe it's about freaking
there's a
paladin
lady.
Rested.
There's a lady that they met who thinks that the royal family has something weird going on. So of course,
That's true. And we met the 2 greatest guards ever.
the 2 greatest guards there, Barney and George.
Barney and George. That's right.
George and Barney.
Barney.
Yep.
All right. Before we go too far, Jaspor, thank you for the sub. We appreciate that. At Nerdacopia Network. And also, hi. All right. So now that we're all caught up on everything that's happened, it's time for your very favorite segment here on After the Roll, discussions.
Biz was just sitting there with his finger on the button, waiting for you to say the word.
He was. Well,
We
all
are
right.
there.
Yes, we are in discussions. Are you ready for some questions that only you, Dr. Diz DM, have the answer to?
I can plead the 5th on some of those, right? Or all of them?
I mean, you can, but you know the audience may get angry. You
Okay.
wouldn't like it when
We'll
they
see.
get angry.
See what we can do.
All right, so here we go. A kind of short list of questions for you this week because it's been so long of a break. You know, not really into the gears are not turning as well as they normally do. But don't feel bad. Next time, sir. Questions more than the questions I have this time. All right, so we did the catch up.
Mhm.
Everybody knows where we are. Breaks. They happen. Every campaign has breaks for whatever reason, sicknesses, just can't get everybody's schedule to work out or whatever. You know, I think in our first campaign, there were multiple times where we had breaks that lasted 6 months or more, just because of reasons. So as the DM and as I said earlier, the weaver of the story, how do breaks affect you specifically? Like, is it just a giant pause button and you're sitting there like, okay, I'm ready to go? Do you create more content for what you think will happen down the road? Or is it just like, okay, I stop and I walk away until we're ready to come back?
Depends on where I'm at in the storyline. A lot of times I try to be at least 2, 3, 4 sessions ahead of where the party currently is, just guessing what's going to happen. I usually don't put pen to paper on more than that because it's a waste of time because you can never tell what they're going to do. So usually in those moments, I will spend time building up NPCs, giving them more of a background, more of a personality, stuff like that. I'll build side quests and stuff like that. I'll go in and work on like timelines where I think the story is going to go in major plot points, but I won't get in detail. I'll just, skeleton frame it all out. So
yeah,
that's pretty much it. I don't just sit down and just stare at a blank piece of paper. I usually just kind of let things come to me organically, I guess. I don't know. So during those breaks, that's what I'll do is I have just random thoughts. I'll write them down and then I'll try to expand on those as when we come back during the next few sessions.
Okay. Good answer. I like that answer. Yeah. Your campaign is a very organic, I'll say, campaign where you don't always know where you're going with it, but you have the high points that you want to hit. And then sometimes it completely veers out of that. And speaking of veering out of that rolls into my next question, segue. As some people may have noticed, I have started doing voices for some of the NPCs and some other shenanigans behind the scene.
Mm-hmm.
So, a lot of times I see DMs wishing that they had help, or be DMs even bringing in the co-DM to help them out with stuff. What are the pros and cons of that, having that extra person?
So, as you touched on earlier, I am a little power hungry. I'm not really power hungry. I am.
He's not power hungry, Chad. I'm just being.
Anybody that's a DM has an issue with control. They want to control as much as they can, right? Even with me, who I'll let the players, experience the story ever how they want to, go wherever they want to, do whatever they want to. Even with that, I have to feel a measure of control to feel comfortable there. So I have to sacrifice a little bit of that. And I think I actually addressed that early on when you started helping. You're a bit of chaos into the mix, and I'm letting it go. I'm just letting some of that control go, and it's fun because you've actually changed some of the story already. Inadvertently, but this is minor things so far. But I'm sure you're going to change like a major plot point, and I'm going to be like, okay, here comes a rewrite. But I think it's fun actually. It keeps everything fresh and keeps me on my toes, to be honest. But it's what really helps. The bonus here is having someone to bounce ideas off of, because in the first campaign that we did, and it's not really the first campaign, the first full campaign that we did before this, I felt alone a lot of the time. Like I couldn't tell people things. I had planned out stuff that didn't happen until 2-3 years later on paper, and I couldn't tell anybody about it. So you feel isolated sometimes with that, and you want to tell the players, you're like, but you can't do it because it's going to ruin it for them if you do. So that helps being able to bounce on, or especially when I come to, writer's block, you need somebody there to kind of bring you back out of that. And you've been able to do that on a lot of things. You'll just throw out a random ideal and you'll see me just light up. And I'm just like, okay, I've got it. You just need to say those 3 words. And I've picked up on a whole new thought process.
I think the biggest thing that I noticed that I did, because me and you talked about this like 2 weeks ago, was the when they were going to the shopkeepers, and he's like, "Oh, I have a +1," and you're like, "Oh," and so you started writing stuff down.
Yeah. Ellen's like, I start to look at the stuff. I'm like, oh shit. Okay. I know she's looking for something very specific or something, and I was like, okay, so let's see what there is. And then I allowed her to roll on it, and it was pretty fun because it ended up being something that Timmy might want at some point. So
yeah, a little behind the scenes here, chat. What happens is that Diz, in case you don't know, besides being a master of Excel, is a wizard with OneNote, and all of our notes for me are in OneNote. So then, like, he's like, okay, these are the NPCs that you're going to be doing. Here's some of the things that they do. Do the rest.
Here's a picture of what they look like.
Yeah, here's a picture of what, so you can kind of match a voice to them. But sometimes he'll have like what's in the shop. Like here are the 4 big items in the shop, and sometimes he'll have nothing. And then I'll be like talking and then typing out in Discord, "Hey Diz, what are they looking for?" And he's like, it's a fucking sword. Here's a shield. Here's a bag of magic candy. I don't know. It's how much? It's 22,000 gold. It's like, all right.
Oh.
So it's fun because it is very chaotic.
Yeah.
We
It's
can
like
use
running
that word, right, lady?
It's
we can use
running
chaotic without it. Do we owe you a quarter now?
Only if you use a K.
Okay. Chaos with a C. Remember, we're good.
Spell it
No,
with the
no.
Z. It's fine.
Spell with a Z.
That's
You buck.
right.
That's me spelling it. It's like
All
running a live TV show with a studio audience.
It is.
on
It's
the
very
fly.
much like that. Yes,
It's
is.
fun.
It is. Yeah, definitely. I love it. And I will say, it helps me get the creative itch scratched, even though I literally do nothing except talk. And every now and then I'm like, hey, Diz, what if one of their butts explode? You think, well, that can't happen.
I mean,
I'm like,
George and Barney,
"Look."
they spawned out of the ether. Like,
That's true. George and Barney just were created 30 seconds before they spoke. But it does help. Yeah. Because I don't like me myself. I'm not ready to be a DM yet. I don't think. But it helps kind of scratch that itch. I get to help with like the story a little bit, but you hold the master key to the story, and I like that. So, but with that, I think we're ready to talk with everybody, because the chat has missed all their lovely faces and the reactions to everything we said.
What? Us reacting? Never.
Yeah, especially to butt explosions.
Listen,
Did you-
fuck buck spelling. I spell shit my own way now.
That's true. That's true. I said his campaign was named Edar. You think it begins with an E, but it actually begins with a Z, an H, a J, an ampersand,
Son of a bitch.
3 consonants, and another vowel.
Yep. That's accurate.
Oh, God.
We can't hear you, Buck.
Buck's plotting our death for the next episode of Edar.
Just
I didn't say.
Cortland's.
I didn't say anything.
Just Cortland's.
Oh,
death.
just the guy that doesn't have
It's-
any trauma in the whole party.
Exactly.
Gonna traumatize the trauma-free character.
Exactly. Ellen's like, yes, more trauma. Hold on a minute.
Y'all gonna wake Cortland up, and he's gonna be over here twitching like he had a seizure, and be like, "What happened?" He's gonna have so much trauma, you won't know what to do with it.
Spider nightmare.
Spider nightmare.
Yep, he meant lost.
Listen,
Oh my
the
gosh,
light
you're
fluffy
wondering what the
backstories
spider-
are no fun. You gotta toss in the dark shit.
No, you're gonna meet Arachne Clan.
Look at that.
Clan's character just offs himself at that point. He's like, nope, bye.
He just goes, fuck this shit, I am out. Actual quote, Corlin, 2022. All
But
right,
anyway,
so now back to our regularly scheduled programming. So here we are. Questions for everybody. What is everyone's impression so far of the shopkeeps?
I love them.
Because they seem to be a ragtag group of individuals.
they're
Yeah.
easily influenced.
Now, that is true.
But
They are.
That
boobs
is
are
true.
smooth talking. But yeah, they're easily influenced.
Yes, you're a charismatic pirate.
I've just been
Similar.
waiting for the chance to pull that shit out. Kidding me?
You did well. You did very good.
So how much of a discount did we actually get? Like how much? Well, that's what I need to figure out. We need to figure out how much we actually we earned out of that.
On the cloaks and everything.
Yeah,
Listen,
because there's a lot of swindling.
I didn't want to completely screw the guy over. So chat, there was some bargaining happening, and the pirates are a charismatic crew, and they kind of have this thing where they can talk out their ass and end up charming people for a short period of time. So why not do it to get a better deal?
That's true. And can reapply it once it's over, apparently. So that was
He never
was
said I
good as
couldn't,
well.
and there's no limit
That's
on how
true.
many times I can do
That's
it.
true. You know what? If that's how it's written, that's how it is, right?
Halen, the broke bitch.
Oh, I am now a broke bitch
We-
because I bought Kaylin her sword.
Most of us in the party, I would say, are pretty broke. I'm not broke, but I know I'm not as rich as some people in
Oh,
the party.
man. I believe I have 5 gold left.
Hey, twinsies.
Nice.
It's fine.
Nice. Yeah, but Kaylin does have a really kick-ass fire sword now.
Mhm.
Facts.
I mean, that's pretty
Yeah.
good. So, lady, you got to meet the first shopkeeper.
Yes.
How would you rate that experience on a scale of 1 to 10? 1 being this was horrible, 10 being oh my god, I can't wait to see him again at the party.
I'm intrigued to see how I want to play Adara with him at the party. Obviously, like I've said, like she's a very like diplomatic type of person, and she's used to dealing with like powerful people who have influence. So I think she'll fit in really well, which I think will be great. And I think she can kind of like match the energy of the shopkeep. So I'm excited to kind of like match that energy and like work with them together. But definitely, like, I thought he was hilarious, and I was so excited when they were like, "Oh, I have a +1," and I was like, "Ideas!" I was like, we're going.
Yeah, I like how after the one shopkeeper was like, "Oh, I have a +1," and I also have buddies that also own shopkeeps in the in the shops in this part of the town, and they all have invites too. And then it became the plan of the group: we must go and try to get dates with all the shopkeeps so that we can go into this party.
Well, I knew we were trying to find a way into it to begin with, and so I figured even if we could get one character in successfully, that at least you have one person who's supposed to be there that is there, right? So if everybody else gets caught, you do have at least somebody there that can potentially help the party if something happens, whether they break in or whatever they decide to do. It's kind of like a plan B or a backup or a safety net for everybody else, as well as if they go in, at least the rest of the party may be able to come back in and save them. So I thought it was a good strategy to, 1, get us closer to what we were looking for, and 2, maybe buffer us a little bit in terms of if we get in trouble, which we're good at. So,
Um. So the next thing, building on shopkeeps a little bit more. My favorite shopkeep, the Minotaur. There, like you were saying a little bit ago, there was kind of a double team going on with the Minotaur. Because now, if memory serves, the party went in there so that Kalen could try to get the +1 with but the party didn't know that it was a Minotaur shopkeep. Also, no one expected a Minotaur at all.
Yes,
No.
new species.
Yep. So there was a little bit of a double team with your character Ellen, just like charming him, literally charming him, and then Kalen, and really wasn't even Kalen's idea. This is what I like the best. It is the other people in the party that put Kalen up. Because she's like, and I love how you play her like this, Timmy. It's great. Because we see what you think Kalen looks like in your head, right? As your avatar there.
Mm-hmm.
But you never play her that way. You know, what you would expect, like, I'm just anime girl, whatever, But the other people in the party put you into these situations and then kind of coach you on what to do before you go into them.
In my defense,
No,
I
there
was-
is offense.
I was not the one who set her up in that situation. I walked in, caught on what was going on, and since I was trying to get a deal anyway, figure why not toss this shit into the mix?
Hold up, you're right. You didn't set.
I didn't
Kalen up
start it.
for it. That was 100%.
That was the cat.
Adara that set Kalen up for it.
That was the fucking cat.
But how it's funny because some people will create a character, and when they create a character that is physically attractive, whether it be a male or female character, they will use that to their advantage 100%. They build that character to look that way because they know that they can use it. That's going to be their play style, right? Very rarely is it a happy accident that someone's, oh, my character's smoking hot. Oh my God, I didn't know. But Timmy doesn't play Kalen like that at all. At all. Does not. And then here's Adara like, hey, when you go in there, like put your hair down, kind of shake it, go, what up, boo? Give him a wink.
Wasn't that descriptive, but I just kind of. She's
So it
learning,
was-
okay?
for me,
Gotta teach
it's
her that
very
diplomatic
funny.
Stuff.
You got to. Yes, that's right. You got to. But for me, it's just funny. It's humorous to watch. I enjoy the interactions between your three characters. It is very funny for me. I enjoy it immensely. What do
I'm
you
having
guys
a blast-
think?
A blast with this character.
Yeah, I love it. The thing is, Timmy, you play Kalen so innocent. Like she could literally, if she wanted to, just be having the entire town eat out of the palm of her hand.
The innkeeper, for example.
Yeah, I mean, all the
Oh,
shopkeeps
yeah,
and
the
stuff would just
innkeeper.
be like, yeah. But you don't do that. It's just like if that situation comes up, Kaylin's just like does not notice it.
They come natural,
But
don't
there's
force it.
but there's other people in the party. They're like, hey, why don't you go up there to the innkeep and see if you can get us some drinks?
Listen, we noticed him spill everything. Okay, we saw that. We saw.
Reese is clumsy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Damn it. And that's why I just
So-
want to
Been
pat her on
working
the
so
back.
hard.
Don't forget about the third shopkeep that they haven't met yet. So
That is true. That is true. There is a third one, that is supposed to be for Stanasi's character. Well, Stanasi, right?
Mhm.
So that'll be interesting. I'm looking forward to that.
Well, right now I'm trying to get the party to save your ass, clan. So
Well, that brings up another question, and I'll open this up. Buck, I'll ask you this question first. What do you think is the fate of the paladin?
Could go one of two ways. Diz either has him locked up under minimal guard by the town guard, which could easily be rectified and broken out, or he could be locked up with the Hell Riders, and that'll be a hell of a fight to get them out of there.
Do you think that he's dead?
No,
Not yet.
because if
Not,
he was
not
dead,
yet.
if he was dead, we would have already heard about it. 3 individuals getting killed that have gone missing, and the guards were involved. Somebody would know something. We would have heard something by now. He's not dead.
Ellen, what say you? You're trying to get everybody to save the paladin.
I think he's dead. But
we got a raid clan.
Oh, we do got a raid. Second class
damn.
elitist. Thank you for the raid. Appreciate that.
And the follow.
Oh, nice.
Let's go.
Nice.
hey,
Thank you. Welcome, Raiders. Thank you very much for following and rating and coming and visiting, watching our shenanigans.
hello,
Shenanigans.
friends.
Right. We are Nerdacopia Network. And this is After the Roll, where we discuss our D&D campaign, Not Actually Heroes Cataclysm, that you can watch every other Saturday right here at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Nice. Thank you all for the raid. That is amazing. You got so nice. I'm just all verklempt. Talk amongst yourselves.
Clan needs a minute. Everybody,
I'll
hold
give
on.
you a topic.
Somebody
the
fan
paladin
him.
is neither a pal or a den. Discuss.
God, fan him all.
Oh lordy.
Oh man. Well, yeah. We like D&D and ha-has, and here at After the Roll, we put them both together.
Ha
So we
with
have-
an H, by the way.
we have-
to clarify.
The ha-has.
No, it has a J in it. If Buck spelled it.
That's a JZ ampersand QT Batman symbol.
QT Batman.
Batman symbol. There is not a place with the Batman symbol in it. I am going to be upset.
That's-
That's how you spell it, damn it.
uh,
You're gonna make fun of me, at least spell it right.
there you go. Well, now it's
Damn it.
canon chat. It's spelling.
Oh, Lord. God damn it.
Oh,
anyway,
man. But anyway.
The hunt for Eldrick. Our hunt for Eldrick. So
The
I don't
sequel
think
to
he's
Red
dead.
October.
I don't think he's dead.
Okay,
But-
you don't think that he's dead?
No. But Kyrie, she's a pirate. She may not have been part of a crew for 20 years, but her formative years were spent teaching her that your crew is everything and you have to protect your crew. And since you guys have kind of adopted her at this point, you guys are her crew. So her focus is we've got to track down our people and make sure that they're not actually dead.
And he was with the group that saved you.
hmm
There you go.
So she kind of owes him. So yeah,
Man. So does anyone think that Eldrick is dead, or does everyone agree that he's alive?
I don't think yet. I think there's a time component potentially to it, depending on where he's at, right? Because if he's with the town guard, like there's a reason why I asked the priestess, like, if somebody's arrested, like how long does it take to sentence them? How much time do we have? And so like knowing that whether he's with the actual town guard or whether he's with the Hell Riders really is going to, I think, structure what we do and when we do it. Because if he's got time, he's sitting in a cell for a little while, we might be able to break him out while we're in the party. But if we can't do that and he's with the Hell Riders, every ounce of time could be precious and we may need to go now. So I think it really depends on where we figure out where he's at.
But the more you ask if we think he's alive, the more concerned I am, Clan. Just saying.
Don't read into it. Don't read into it. I honestly thought that there would be at least 2 or 3 members of the party that would think that maybe him and I can't even think of his name right now.
Yarman.
Yarman
are
Now,
dead.
so you didn't ask if Yarman was thought to be dead.
Okay, Buck, do you think Yarman is dead?
If any of the 2 of them are dead, from JD's perspective, Yarman be the first one that got killed
I was gonna say Yarman. If they're with the Hell Riders, Yarman's probably dead.
because he was mouth off something stupid and they would end him.
He'd be like, "Can I have a collaring stick?" from inside the jail cell, and somebody'd be like, "Oh, shut him up already."
So worst case scenario, we're saying Yarman is dead. Eldrick is on a timed mission that if you don't complete this within a certain amount of time, he is dead as well.
There's a potential. Yeah.
We think
And I
that
made no
is the worst
promises
case
that
scenario.
We
Leonard
don't have
is on a
time for
time frame.
raves in the afternoon.
Leonard may also be dead soon.
We found Leonard.
no.
Oh.
JD's going to kill him if we
Oh.
can't find Eldrick.
Okay.
Like he's on a time frame too.
So you're thinking that Eldrick getting kidnapped is Leonard's fault.
No, I'm thinking that he knows more than he's telling. And if he doesn't start spilling the information, I'm going to kill him.
And JD's a paranoid motherfucker.
That is true. That is true.
Facts.
So, we met the Church of Anwer here in town. Do you think there's something up with the church? That's why they're being singled out?
Wait, what do you mean? Do we
No,
think there's
100%.
something up with the church? That's the most
That's sketchy.
sketchiest shit in the fucking town.
Oh, you guys did find the Church of the Dead, basically.
Yeah, and I would trust that one more so than the one we portaled into.
Rude.
Harry doesn't like that one.
Rude.
Doesn't like
Both
the
of
other
them
one.
are definitely sketchy for sure, though. But I agree. The Church of Anwer right now is kind of looking a little sus. Something's going on.
Okay, so what are your theories?
Oh God.
Oh, I'm not even going to put mine out there.
If nobody
I've-
wants to play theory craft and put it down, what your theories are.
It's not. I don't have
Diz
one.
can change it.
I,
Yeah,
I'm not,
exactly.
I'm
If
not
Buck's
giving
right, he
this
doesn't want
fuel
Diz
to
to
change
know.
it to anything. I'm not going there.
How about this question? What do you think about the new book that Huck got?
I love it. I'm so excited for Huck to have that book. It's gonna piss everybody off, but it's gonna be
It's
great.
gonna piss all of us off.
Diz, I just want to know, is the book magical in any way?
You don't
Good.
know?
JD wants to know if he can set it on fire.
JD may use it as an experiment when Huck finally pisses him off to the point he's done.
Yeah, a little bit of background here, Chad, and Diz, correct me if I'm wrong, but is this the same book or a similar
the
book to what Adrith had in
Like the same
original
physical.
campaign?
I doubt it's the same physical copy,
Right.
but it is the same book.
Similar.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. It's like the 9th edition.
Oh, can we have some
Yeah.
excerpts? Can you give chat some excerpts from the book?
I
You want to?
good
it's
one.
like
Okay, hang on.
it's like 1,000 years in the future, right? From what happened in your last one. So surely that book doesn't look
I
that
was going to say
pristine.
Diz would have to have that. He's got all the excerpts written down.
The fact that you actually sent Russ
I love it.
is his information to pull from for this.
He's the
damn
best
book.
person to have that
He
book. for.
is,
Well,
but he's
yeah.
also the worst.
Well, to be fair, he did the same thing when Adam was playing Adrith in the original campaign. He sent Adrith the same, list of quotes. And so there were times where Adrith, we would be in a battle and Adrith would just be sitting there and it would come to his turn and he wouldn't be fighting. He would be reading his book and he would just say one of these quotes and then end his turn.
Oh, geez.
While we were fighting. So,
Whose
yeah.
character
All right,
was this?
Adam.
Here's a
Adams.
good one. Here's a good one. Sorry. To himself, everyone is immortal. He may know that he is going to die, but he can never know that he is dead.
Yeah. All these are weird death quotes. It is just like, the
So
weirdest thing.
basically, you're the fucking goth kids from South Park when you're writing this. Is that what's happening?
That's hard.
Yes.
Hardcore golf.
This is their Bible.
A robot's hardcore golf.
Oh
What?
God.
Oh, speaking of Huck,
I'm really putting people in
Segue.
these places.
what do you guys think about Huck getting one? He actually did a thing. He found the church.
He did find
Oh,
the church.
no
He
one
paid
else found the
attention to
church.
something.
Huck found
He
the
did.
church.
It's
And
the book.
everyone was so shocked.
It was
Huck
before he
was
got
also
his book.
shocked that he had found it. He didn't know
So we're
what to
looking
do.
around. We're looking around for landmarks, and Huck's like, "What about Dad?" And it's
he goes,
"The
there.
fuck?"
Yeah, it's like, okay, everybody roll perception. And Huck rolls the highest perception of anybody. It's
I'm
like,
a
okay, you see the
talker. I'm not
church?
a looker.
He's like, oh, what about that church over there? And everybody's like, and then Huck himself is like, did I really do it? He was so shocked that he got one that he didn't know how to process that. So I definitely wanted to point out in this episode of After the Roll that Huck got one.
Huck
Yeah.
beat me by 1 point, and I blamed the fact that everybody's taller than me that I couldn't see the building.
Fair. Fair. So now you know
Halfling probs.
the next time you do a perception check
I got to hop on his back
for
on my
monuments,
harness.
you gotta hop on your harness there on the back of Huck and do it. Question is, if JD is on the back of Huck on his harness, does Huck get to roll for assistance in the perception check?
No, Huck is considered his mount at that point.
Huck
Which
sees
I s-
nothing.
Which, if you let me take mounted combatant, I'm going to, because that's going to be me saving Huck while we're fighting.
So does that mean that when JD is on the back of Huck, JD then
Careful.
becomes a Mountie?
No,
He would need a different hat for that. So-
don't wear a hat at all.
Listen, I've got a
It's a
hat
different
guy.
hat.
I've got a hat guy back at the
There,
docks.
there you go.
I-
There you go.
I don't wear hats.
Meowty hat.
I wear
No
No
goggles.
hats. He doesn't have goggle.
Also, chat, Huck also at one time was a fishmonger down by the docks. And if you don't know what we're talking about, now is a great time to go to youtube.com/Nerdicopia Network and check out past episodes of Not Actually Heroes Cataclysm.
I
No,
think we
no,
should-
now's not a great time, chat. Wait till we end the
Wait till
session.
after. Yeah.
Wait
wait
till
till
after.
Damn it, Clan.
That's true. Wait till after, because if you leave now, you're dead. They're coming after you.
So we're resorting to that now. Okay.
Yes. Yes. Remember, chat, right now we are on our Plowda partner.
Hang on, Clan. I have to hook my uplink into my phone. Just a
All
second.
right.
All right, now if they leave, I'll retain the information.
Our military AI is ready.
Exactly.
You know what? I honestly think we should start keeping a list of all of the different jobs that Huck performs. He's been a maid, he's been a fishmonger, he's been a bartender.
Yep.
Oh, he did some other shit before that
Oh,
too.
I'm sure he has.
I can't wait until we get Huck to work at the soup store.
No,
Do it. He'll do it. He will do it.
Yes. We got to
Oh,
bring
the
Andros in as
Guaranteed.
an
barcode! We get assless chaps for the robot?
Yes. We're bringing Andros in as an NPC, dude. And he's going to work at Andros' soup store.
I mean,
Andros is gonna teach
JD
Huck
already
how
has
to-
assless chaps, but the robot doesn't wear nothing anyways.
It's for flair.
Got to have at least 21 pieces of flair.
Well, do I have to tinker them then, Diz? That way they can just like mold onto his form without him having to
Oh
be
my
cloth.
gosh. What if it just had a slot on the
Tinker
side where he
assless
has like
chaps.
tassels? where it has like tassels and it just slides into a slot and he's got tasseled legs.
No, this is what I want. I want him to be up dancing, you know, with his weird Huck dances, and then like the tassel things come out, but he's got to have what would be chest tassels that come out as well, or I'm not going to be happy.
God help us all.
Just saying, chat, you know you want it. Remember
Oh,
to
no,
tweet
look.
at Nerdicopia
Warforged
Network.
striptease.
Clan,
Hashtag
those won't extend.
Warforged chest tassels.
Those won't extend. What'll happen is he'll pull these two items out of his pack and he'll put it onto his chest, and they'll start spinning like little propellers. I'll tinker those.
Just takes
Timmy
off
put
into
in
the
chat,
sunset.
We're all going to hell.
Hashtag Huck's Life Matters.
We are all going to hell. God damn.
We are, but at least we'll be together.
That's fair. At least it'll be entertaining.
Exactly.
driving.
You won't be bored. All right. So a little bit, I'm going to get you guys to do some theory craft one way or the other this episode. So here's the last question that I have for you all. What do you see be happening in this town? What is your theories right now? With the information you have right now, what is your theory? What's going
Buck's
on?
like, nope.
Buck's like, I'm not saying shit.
You'll find out 2 Saturdays from now on what my theory is. I'm not spilling the beans here.
Anybody want to give their theory?
There's a lot of stuff going on. I'll be honest. I think there's more than just one thing happening here.
Oh,
you think
there's about 6 things happening here that shouldn't be happening here.
So Diz, there's more than meets the eye in El Toro.
It's a very, very sketchy place right now to be in.
And
That is true.
think
I'll agree with
we
you.
just came to visit the keep.
Which
The
we've
bad part
been nowhere
is-
near.
Yeah, we're nowhere near the keep.
That's true.
nowhere
You are
near.
nowhere near the keep. You haven't even started that part
We
of
have
it yet.
so many more problems now than we did when we first got here.
And I blame Eldrick for all of them.
99 problems, and Eldrick is one.
No,
Oh,
you're
No,
like
Eldrick's
99
about
of them.
89%.
True.
Because if you stayed at the end, we wouldn't be having this wild goose chase.
Listen, I had to go do church.
You and
Or-
your holy
or
people
if
doing
you'd have
church
done-
stuff.
If you'd have done what JD asked you to do and not leave without informing us where the fuck you were going, we wouldn't be
Womp
having this
womp.
problem either.
You told Clan that. I mean, what'd you expect?
No, JD told Eldrick that.
I
at
know,
the
but
tavern.
Clan is playing Eldrick. What did you
I know, but that's
expect?
what I'm saying. Like the paladin should have honored his word, and he
Test.
didn't, which means he
Oh.
lied to JD.
You in some
Oh,
deep shit
damn.
when we find you. If they don't kill you, JD will.
So,
Listen, I'm
which
trying to
version?
make friends with JD.
Which version of Eldrick do you like better? The Clan's version or Russ's version?
Mm.
Our singing paladin or our Mr. Uptight Holy Man.
I mean, I like the show Gallivant. I was sad when they canceled it. So
Oh, me
kinda
too. I
wanted-
love Gallivant. I love Gallivant. That, you know.
I feel we need a medium between the two of them.
Yes.
And
We
then
need
we also need a medium between Clan's Huck and Russ's Huck.
So I think what I'm hearing is that my next character needs to be a bard.
God help us all.
Well, I mean, Huck doesn't sing when you're playing him. He just Mel Brooks.
He's just an old man when I play him. Can't think of anybody's name. Y'all went and lost Steve.
Bobby.
I'm James or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, you're James. You're James David. All right. So now, floor's open. Chat, feel free to ask questions. Cast, feel free to ask questions. DM, you're going to ask questions anyway. I don't know. Motherfucker, say anything. So the floor is open.
My
Ask away
question
if
to
you
you,
have any.
Clan.
Ooh, I got a question.
hmm If you wanted Eldrick out of the game so you could do something else, why didn't you just have him leave instead of JD trying to kill him for lying to him?
Okay, fun fact. That was the plan.
Have JD kill him.
No, not have JD kill him. But the
It's like,
first idea,
wow. Okay.
the first idea that I presented to Diz, honestly, there's a little behind this curtain here, chat, so pay attention. I was like, Diz, I think that if we're going to do this, then Eldrick is going to have to, something's going to have to happen to Eldrick. And I was like, I would think he's a paladin and everything. He should go out in a blaze of glory. I wanted him to sacrifice himself to save the party. That's what I wanted him to do. One, it's what he would do. Two, this way, Diz cannot corrupt another one of my characters.
I mean, he's still corrupting one of your characters, hence the temple that you follow.
So we were like, okay, well then that's what we'll do. It's like I'll try to find a spot where it makes sense story-wise that you guys do something, and then that's what'll happen. So then, like a week later, Diz talking to me. He's like, okay, I come up with this thing. We're going to go to this church, and they're going to have a demon problem, which is going to make Eldrick automatically, he has to do it. And then you guys will get down there and do stuff. And if things get bad, that's how Eldrick will go out.
And JD screwed that plan up. And then
And
Adara
then that
finished
didn't go
off
out
the
that
plan.
And then all of a
Not
sudden,
today.
so that didn't go that way. So it was like, okay, well, if they survive, then he'll just stay there to help protect the temple. Okay, well, that didn't happen because then we teleported. And then we were like, oh, shit. What do we do? And so now is the part where we're at. And I don't even know what's happening to Eldrick at this point.
Well, yeah, but knowing what you knew, and to be fair, I felt like that was coming anyways, only because of how Josh played Turk before that transpired. That's why when JD made you give him his word, I was like, that son of a bitch lied to me. Like, Clan blatantly looked at me on screen and fucking lied to me. Because
Wait.
Buck knew what was happening the moment that you walked away and weren't staying at the inn with us anymore. And I'm like, that son of a bitch just lied to me right here to my face.
Had to. But
So
yeah,
if JD finds you, you may get shot.
like me personally, I don't like switching characters.
Mm.
It's driving. This wasn't switching characters; it's more of a changing roles type thing. But it's like I hadn't had fun with Eldrick in a long time.
Yeah.
Like of all the characters I've had, his is probably the worst.
Oh, I think you only had 2 episodes that you actually really enjoyed, and then the rest of it's kind of been downhill.
Yeah, it's like, well, at first I was like, well, it'd be kind of cool because I usually play characters that are very charismatic and talky and stuff. So I'm going to do the opposite. I'm just going to create
Chaotic.
Yeah. Okay, but now we owe her $1. So
Just say you spelled it with the Z.
Give me a gold. It's fine.
There you go. I'll give you some zesty clam meat.
1 stack, please.
That's not a sexual thing, Ellen. Stop it.
Because Ellen doesn't know. She's the only person here that doesn't understand.
That's true.
I'm good.
So
Get
it's
your
a
zesty
wow.
clam meat.
I'm
at the
good, I
soup
don't-
store.
Exactly. Come to Clan Diesel's. We'll give you some zesty clam meat.
Oh shit.
So like, I was going to keep playing him until
You
either he
realize
died or
it sounds
something
like you're
happened.
saying zesty clan. Not clam meat. That is
Listen.
why I was concerned.
Listen, you see it, you hear it how you want to.
Enunciate.
All right. Listen, no. Anyway. Anyway. But yeah, I wanted him to die.
Never.
That's what I wanted. I wanted him to die.
And as a
We'll find
DM, anytime any player is not happy with a character, like I don't want you to continue to play that character and be miserable. So I will work with them to kill the character or make them go insane or just they walk away or whatever. So,
That's true. That's true. But in the other campaign, though, I won't be helping. I won't have this role with Diz, so I'll just be Mordecai. You guys haven't met Mordecai. He's fun.
In the other campaign, I'll just be babysitting Clan.
Yes. Yes. So
He
any
was
other
the custodian
questions?
at the
He was at
Adventurers
the Guild
down
Hall.
there.
Yeah, at the Adventurers Guild. He was the janitor at the Adventurers Guild.
And the sad
Mhm.
part is Meridius gave his word to do everything in his power to get Mordecai back to the Adventuring Guild in one piece.
And now he has.
So now I
Poor Buck's
babysit
gonna be
Mordecai.
wrangling all of us.
Yeah. They're like, here's your adventuring partners. And Meridius is like, babies. They're nothing but babies.
And then we picked up another one along the way in the form of a rabbit.
That's true.
But
That's
you're
true.
gonna have a manic fairy artificer showing up.
There you go.
Yeah, I can't wait to see. I guess I don't know if our vampire and rabbit are going to come back to the game or not.
We'll find out.
So
Right now,
So-
Exire's just off drinking by himself.
He's probably
Yep.
done killed half of the pirate town.
I just see that.
That's
like,
fine. Kyrie's
at
good
the-
with that.
I think he's at the tavern, sitting at a table, and on the other side of the table, he's got his sword sitting there in the chair, and he's like, "I can't believe they left me."
like
Sword's like,
Plank
yeah.
from freaking Ed, Ed and Eddie, like he carries
Yeah.
it around and talks to it.
Yeah, and the sword's like, "Yeah, I know they're a bunch of dicks." He's like, "Yeah, I know, right?"
The sword's probably like, you should kill them all.
yeah,
That's
should
what
kill
I
him.
wanted to do. Like,
and he's like,
Hey,
I don't want to
what?
do that. Okay,
You
then
should
just
kill your
murder all the
friends.
pirates. All right, let's do that. Then.
I
fine.
support murdering the pirates. It'd
We
make
still
my
haven't-
life easier.
We still haven't had a chance to even talk about what you found out down there.
Nope. Nope. I've got a whole document here. Just sent me a full blown Word document with answers to my questions.
There you go.
Because when you're someone with a plus 12 to persuasion, you get the good information.
That is true as well. That is true as well. All right. Anybody else have any questions? Chat, cast, DM.
trying to think.
Are you guys ready to see George and Barney again?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yes.
100%.
I
George and
low-key
Barney
hated that
are
was a
amazing.
logical step for us to take, but at the same time, I'm excited.
What's going to be the weird part is George and Barney are now going to follow you throughout the entire campaign.
I mean,
I'm okay with this.
they could be
Yeah.
our
This is
could
going
our-
to be our spin-off, and they're just going to have a YouTube series where George and Barney
George
do
and Barney.
stuff.
George and Barney's Adventures. Okay.
Yep, yep.
No, not a YouTube spinoff. Patreon to his clan.
I'm sorry.
person.
Country.
You gotta save the good shit for the Patreon.
That's right. Like me,
They're always level 1 fighters because even though they defeat the enemies, they're not smart enough to learn anything from it, so they never get XP.
They just stay at level 1 all the time. I love it.
That's what it is.
Yep.
But no, Clint, I couldn't really answer your questions because there's things JD's going to throw at the DM when we're in the middle of the next campaign that he's going to have to try to answer off the top of his head.
Oh.
Please.
That's fine.
I don't want him to be able to plan this one.
Sure.
Don't like when Diz starts writing during after the roll. It makes me very nervous. So I support
Contrary to
this
belief,
Nervous.
if you share what you're thinking about doing with me, I won't change my plans to
See, we don't know
thwart
that
your
for sure,
plans.
so
See,
why
I-
risk it?
I just that smile is just really not sitting well.
someone
Chad,
that goes
this-
out of
Never
their
trust
way
the
to
smiling
write
DM.
you a Word document on every question that you want to answer is not going to betray you
I mean,
for their
I
own
fe- I-
amusement.
I feel like that's kind of BS because the escape out of prison for Raz, I briefed you on that 2 weeks before we did it, and that was not how that went down.
Sometimes it can't go down that way. Yeah, it's true. I mean,
Also, Chatty won't remember.
He does if he starts writing stuff down.
If he
Yeah.
writes it down, yeah, you'll remember.
yeah, I remember nothing else.
If he starts typing, we're in big trouble though, guys, because that means he's putting it in Excel or Word document right away. That makes it even
Okay.
worse.
Current
It's more
sketch.
permanent.
If
Right.
if you ever see me do this while we're on stream,
Oh, I have.
you should
And I'm
worry.
like, that's not good.
Oh yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The
I've
plan
seen
has
that.
changed at that point.
Stroke of brilliance.
Like
and
I
he's
have some
"Must."
theories about my character, about shit that you, and I have concerns, but I'm not saying what they are.
I
There
will
you go.
say there definitely be some vampires in this town somewhere.
Oh, 100%.
They're here somewhere. Now what they're
Okay.
connected
You
to,
were wondering, I was
which I
hoping
think
that-
we have an idea.
I was hoping there would be some kind of sword in the store that would be good against undead, but I knew that was asking a lot. So
That's too
instead,
simple.
Tim has a flaming greatsword.
I mean, to be fair, you rolled it though.
I know.
So
Also-
you
I
could have
blame
potentially
Roll20.
rolled it.
Undead don't like fire.
We have fire. I know. We
Fire,
have
fire bad, fire bad.
And I just bought Kaylin a really nice present, so that earns me brownie points.
That's true.
It does. It does.
It's not better than my perfect
Take
cloak,
that,
though.
Stenasi!
That's true. You do have a perfect cloak of protection, which is the best that
Ganassi
you
needs
can
to
get.
step her game up.
Yes,
Wait.
she does. She does.
Yeah, I like how there is a fight over Kaylin.
See, Clan. See, you know some of the I don't know how much you've read in my OneNote, but you know some of the secrets behind the scenes. And when you're sitting here talking to the players and they're saying these things about what they think, or this is and you're just like, you just smile. You're just like, I can't say anything, whether they're right or wrong.
It's gonna corrupt me,
true.
and all of you are gonna die.
Oh no. Oh no. All right. So I have one final question. Does anybody else have any questions before we go? Because I'll just have the one final question to ask, but I don't want to take time away from you guys. You got anything?
I think I'm good for now.
Nothing? Okay. All right. So my final question is how many people currently on this episode of After the Roll believe in their heart of hearts, with everything in their being, believe wholeheartedly that Diz cheats on his loot rolls and WoW?
Oh, fucking no.
Say yes.
I raised 2
I
hands
abstain.
because I struggled with
Diz even raised his own damn hand.
I don't.
I abstain from the vote due to lack of information.
Tim can't raise his arms.
Can't raise.
I can't raise. It don't matter. His eyes lit up. I'm taking that as a hand raise.
I was like, oh wait, Tim
Oh,
can't put his
God.
hand up. He
Oh,
cheats, Jeff. He does.
he does. He does cheat. He does cheat. And with that, I'm calling it this episode 9 of After the Roll is done. Remember, Nerd Cody Network is your friend, and we love you very much. And we would like for you to watch more of our stuff. So remember, we're here every Thursday night for either After the Roll or Three Old Men Yelling at Cloud, where the 3 old men in this call get together and tell you how much the new stuff sucks, how everything was better when we were younger, because it was. And then, of course, we have D&D, Not Actually Heroes Cataclysm. This is homebrew D&D 5e campaign that we run every other Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time on Nerdacopia Network. It won't be this Saturday because this Saturday is Buck's campaign that he has made all by his lonesome. Edar, Realm of Dragons. Remember, Edar, ZJA, ampersand K, Batman symbol, Elemental P, Farfik Nugan.
And tune in on Saturday, chat, because Cortland dies.
It'll be amazing.
Oh no, it won't neither. He will literally get stomped into the ground by an elephant.
Come
After you're
join
dead,
Team
though,
Trauma on Saturday.
After you're dead, I'll pick up your body and reenact some amazing scene as if you died that way.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I know you got my back. But yeah. So Buck, real quick, tell us, Edar, what's happening next?
Y'all are heading to the sands unless you change your mind.
There you go. You heard it. We're heading to a casino, chat.
Stand NATO.
Trust me, if you go there to try to gamble, it'll be with your laps.
But please go after we're done. After we're not live anymore. Not right now, but after we're live, go follow Double Aught Buck. Twitch.tv/Double Aught Buck. You'll be glad you did. And also, we have another streamer who streams, Lady Chaotic. Twitch.tv/Lady Chaotic. Lady, tell them a little bit about yourself, what you do, when you stream.
Well, I usually play Smite, but currently I have a WoW addiction thanks to all of these people here, except for
You're
Ellen. I won't.
Or Buck.
include
I
you
don't get
for
any
my,
of this blame.
Yeah, they're to
We
blame.
need to get Ellen in on it. Somehow,
Ellen
some
doesn't
way.
have the technology to support it.
So we've been
Ellen's
playing
staying
WoW.
out.
Currently, we always play Smite on Sundays. We do Toxic Smite Sundays where we play with the community and we just murder everything. Because that's the type of people we choose to be on Sundays.
I set people on fire and it's fun.
There you go. That's right.
So.
Ellen, Timmy, you guys don't stream currently, but you do mod for Lady K. You're with us on all of our shenanigans. So thank you all for that. Timmy, when you do start streaming again, please let everybody know so that we can also plug your streams. But I think with that, is that everything? Is that everything? You think that's everything?
It's everything.
I feel it's everything. Everything. All right. And with that, chat, that's it. We're going away. Actually, we're going to probably go and play WoW. With that, see you next time.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Oh, God, you went away.
We're back.
We're away.
We're back.
We're back. Yay. Okay. Sorry. Sorry. Making sure you're paying attention, chat. But remember, we hope all your rolls are nat 20s. Now we can get out of here.
Damn it, I'm going to have to splice those two things together. So see you.
No, just keep it like it is. Play us out, Diz.